If there is such gross wealth inequality, why do we keep on voting for this system? 10 Theories of International Politics in 10 Weeks, Week 6, Marxism. Karl Marx looked at the world and he didn't start with states, he started with suffering and class struggle. There is a hierarchy of inequality. Those that own the modes of production, the bourgeoisie, are at the top. Those, the workers, are exploited at the bottom, with layers of protection in between. So for Karl Marx, he thought that if the workers could understand that they were living under a false consciousness and this was exposed to them, then they could unite and change and emancipate themselves. So what went wrong? So Gramsci comes along, invokes the concept of hegemony to explain that elites stay at the top because we consent into this. Gramsci, hegemony was about the power of ideas and the power of political ideologies to make you think about certain things and not think about other things at all. Condition people to think what is possible and what is impossible. So when elites come along and they claim to be speaking on behalf of the national interest or make America great again, alarm bells should be going off in your head, because they are not working for the greater good. They are working to maintain the structural inequality that serves those at the top. Noam Chomsky took this baton forward, argues that even within liberal democracy, we are being conditioned. The media is to a democracy what violence is to a totalitarian state. Now, this may all sound a bit crazy, right? Just want you to walk into a newsagent and find me a newspaper that shows you an alternative economic world vision. Think you've got lots of choice, but really, have you? The Guardian wants to increase minimum wage. That's about the far left you're going to get. And on the right, you get a double down of neoliberal economics. But they're all operating from within a neoliberal paradigm. This is not to suggest that there aren't alternatives out there, but these are on the periphery, and the way that capitalist system works, it delegitimizes any alternatives by, for example, calling Bernie Sanders crazy or loony Jeremy Corbyn. To be clear, the likes of Bernie Sanders and Jeremy Corbyn weren't actually offering revolutionary radical thinking as such, but even though they challenged the hierarchy of inequality just a bit, that was enough to trigger this huge delegitimization process. We've been conditioned to the point that it's easier to imagine the end of the world than it is the end of the capitalist system. Looking forward to the future, Karl Marx would ask us to consider that there are internal contradictions within capitalism that cannot be resolved from a capitalist approach, and that we need to go beyond capitalism in order to address them. Whether we ever will or not, who knows?